I want to know
Uh,
what prompts him to be so invested in the inadequacies of current models. And it struck me that he said current models falsify the long tradition of lyric and encourage students to think about lyrics in ways that neglect some of the central features of lyric poetry, both present and past.
what page is that?
That's on page 3, in the middle
3.
paragraph.
Yeah, and this is where I think he makes a good point too. Right before that, where he says one result of the centrality of the novel to theoretical discourse as well as to literary experience and literary education has been the development of a novelizing account of the lyric that fails to respond to what is most extravagant and most distinctive about it. So he's basically arguing, like Sophie said in that other passage, that
We're bad at teaching it.
we're not that
That
we're
we're
bad, or that the novel has taken over poetry, which I guess
well,
is true.
and that the thing is, he says current models falsify the long tradition of lyric and encourage students to think about lyrics in ways that neglect some of the central features of lyric poetry. So I assume that we're just talking about these specific models that um, he goes on to summarize throughout the entire rest of this book.
Well, the first two chapters are basically, yeah, him just summarizing that, like, and then
But
him
these
kind of.
aren't models from which I feel like we actively, most for the most part, are teaching. I mean, some of them, yeah, pieces of them, yeah. But he talks about, and this is also a lot of what I think he talks about in the first chapter, which is, the way that we ask students who are learning to read poetry to engage with it. And I don't know, it feels like he's addressing something without saying it directly.
Yeah, because,
Like, you
again,
calling us dumb, bro?
well, he has to hedge, because if you say that this is wrong, well, then he's going to be attacked by all these things, blah, blah. People are going to be pissed. But whatever, man. I mean, everybody's a pussy.
Like, who is
Everybody's
teaching the
terrified.
models of the lyric that you find inadequate?
But my question here was just like, well, he does go over like the
Yeah.
models here, but my question is he correct about the novel taking over like kind of literature education? What do we think?
I would say yes. I would say also more recently, maybe nonfiction.